Hello, good morning everyone. It's great to see you all here. Firstly, I want to say thank you for listening my answer for the question given. My name is Adelia Putri Adiko with the student number B1024191013. Usually friends call me Adele. I'm from Management International class bench 2019. Today I'm here to answer the question given by my lecturer, Mr. Adi Mursalin. There are 4 questions there. Next, I will answer the question on part B, which deal with the theories of advanced HRM. There are 15 questions, and the last one I will watch the video given and answer the question that follow. And well, my dear friends, let's start for the first question, part A, which deal with my activity in Zoom meeting. And number 1, are you active in attending lecture of organizational behavior? Do you engage in discussion handled by my friends? Can you give the evidence of your activity in the discussion of Zoom meeting? Yes, I'm very active in attending the lecture of organizational behavior, and yes, I also engage with the discussion that have been handled by my friends through presentation. When my friends group already finished explaining the material, I usually ask what I don't understand and still confused and answering the question given. Question number 2. How many chapters have been presented before midterm tests? Mention the topic of chapter and the presenter. How do I find the presenter? There are 7 chapters that have been presented before midterm tests. First one is chapter 2, Tiffany and Desi, who the presenter, and the material is diversity in organization. Chapter 3 is Nur Pratista and Nurmalia, organizational behavior. Chapter 3, Charlos and Mandau, is about attitude and job satisfaction. Chapter 4 is by Nita, Vanessa, and Yuni, about emotion and mood. Chapter 5 is by Sabila and Tasha, about personality and value. And the last one is chapter 7 by Nabil and Irfani. The material is motivation concept. And I can get know the presenter name by read of organizational behavior group on WhatsApp before the class. Number 3, what can you obtain from watching your friend's presentation? By watching my friend's presentation, I gain more knowledge and of course related with organizational behavior material. For 1 week, each presenter explain 1 chapter. Number 4, what book is used in your study of Obey? How do you find the book? The title of book for my study is Organizational Behavior 15th edition by Stephen and Timothy. It can be found on WhatsApp group or Google Classroom. Alright, right now let's move to part B. The question part B deal with the theories of advanced human resource management. 1. Describe the manager's function, role, and skill. Function of manager are the various roles played by manager in an organization. A manager is accountable for all the happening in the firm and it's answerable to the management. The 7 major roles played by the manager are: 1. Planning. This is the basic step required for any project, whether big or small. The manager needs to plan the schedule and give the blueprint of how the task is be done with all the necessary details, and also the manager should have a backup plan that if doesn't work, then what next. Organizing is where the manager needs to synchronize and have to make sure everything is going according to the plan. Everything should work as the plan, and if it is not, then the manager needs to look into the issues, into the problem, and make it work as the plan before. Staffing means grouping the people into different teams and allotting different tasks to them. If the team members have some disputes, then the team members needs to report it to the team leader, who will forward it to the manager, and the issues will be taken care of. Director of lead or leading. It is a manager's responsibility to guide the employees in all situations in order to avoid conflicts and delay in the task. Manager has to lead the employees so that they can be clear idea about what is to be done and how to do it. Coordinating, bringing all the employees together by forming an efficient relationship and making them feel comfortable to share their views and issues freely. Reporting. The manager has to keep updating information about all the ongoing tasks, and it is the sole responsibility of the manager to report the updating status to the higher authorities, for example, like CEO. And while all the employees are bound to the report to the manager. Budgeting. A task has to be completed within the given time frame, as well as it should be cost efficient. The manager needs to be double sure that all the amount of investing in the project doesn't exceed the budget given, and in case of imbalance, the budgeting manager has to report to the management. Controlling. Last but of course not least, a role played by the manager is having everything under control, well, whether it is a budget or resource allocation, everything should be in order. Number two, mention and explain the discipline that contribute to the organization behavior field. Contributing discipline to the organization behavior for all. Psychology. Psychology is a deal with the studying human resource behavior that seeks to explain and sometimes change the behavior of human and others animals. Psychologists are primarily interested in predicting the behavior of individuals to a great extent by observing the dynamic of personal factor. Those who have contributed and continue to add the knowledge of organizational behavior are teaching theories, personality theory, and counseling psychology. And the last one is primary industrial and organizational psychology. Next one is sociology. The major of focus sociologists is on studying the social system in which individuals fill their roles. The focus on group dynamic. They have made their greatest contribution to the OB through their study in group behavior in organization, particularly formal and sophisticated on organization. Sociology, all concept theory, model, and techniques help significantly to understand better the group dynamic. Organizational culture, formal organization theories and structure. Corporate technology, bureaucracy, and then communication, power, conflict, and intergroup behavior. Social psychology. Social psychology deal with many of same phenomena but seeks to explain whole individual interaction and human cognition influence culture and is influenced by culture. The unit of analysis is the individual within the group. In the reality, some forms of sociology are closely related to the social psychology. Social psychologists study an enormous range of topics including conformity, persuasion, power, influence, obedience, prejudice, discrimination, and racism, small group, social category, intergroup behavior, crowd behavior, social conflict, social change, decision making. Last one is economics. Economics contribute to the organizational behavior to a great extent is designing the organizational structure. Transaction costs economic influence the organization and its structure. Transaction costs economic implies cost components to make an exchange on the market. And this is a transaction cost. Economics examines the extent to which the organization structure and size of an organization varies in response to attempts to avoid market failures through minimizing production and then transaction costs within the constraint of human and environmental factor. And then the last one is anthropology. The main of anthropology is to acquire a better understanding of the relationship between the human resource, being and environment. Adaptation to surrounding constitute culture, the manner in which people which their view their surrounding is a part of the culture. Political science contribute of political science are significant to the understanding of behavior in organization. Political science study the behavior of individual and groups within political environment. They contribute to the understanding the dynamic of power center, structuring of conflict and conflict resolution tactic, allocation of power, and how people manipulate the power of individual self-interest. Number 3, explain the challenge and opportunities of organization behavior. Main challenge and opportunities of organization behavior are: 1. Improving people's skill, and then 2. Improving quality and productivity, 3. Total equality management, or you can say TQM, TQM, sorry. 4 is managing workforce diversity, 5. Responding to globalization, 6. Empowering people, 7. Coping with temporariness, 8. Stimulating innovation and change, 9. Emergence of e-organization and e-commerce, 10. Improving ethical behavior, 11. Improving customer service, 12. Helping employees balance work-life conflict. Okay, next question. 4. How do you manage workforce diversity? Make diversity part of your hiring process. Building a diversity organization from the group up takes time. Try auditing your hiring process to ensure that you are interviewing diversity slates of candidates. Build connection to create talents pipelines. It's an enormously important to build internal talent pipelines for your organization, and ensuring that you have standard in your hiring process of interviewing diverse candidate is an important step toward creating of more inclusive business and culture. Make sure the leadership is aligned with your goals. Managing and diversity culture can be challenging at times, but without buy-in from leadership from the very beginning, it may be a lost cause. Question number 5. What do you know about personality, and how does personality affect the job performance? Personality is a characteristic way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. Personality embraces mood, attitude, and opinions, and most clearly express the interaction with other people. Personality affect all aspect of person performance, even how they react to situation on the job. Not every personality is suited for every job position. So it is important, very important, to recognize personality traits and pair employee with the duties that fit their personality the best. This can be lead to the increase of productivity and job satisfaction, helping the organization to function more efficient and effectively. Number 6, explain the Myers-Briggs type indicator. The Myers-Briggs type indicator, or you can say MBTI, is a self-help assessment test which help people gain insight about how they work and learn. It is a framework for relationship building, developing positive theme, and achieving an excellence. 7. Please open the following given, and then how do you describe your personality? And ask two of your friends to open the link, and also describe your friend's personality and how do you deal with your friends if you are their manager. The answer is I got a type A personality. Type A individual as ambitious, region organized, highly status conscious, can be sensitive, care for other people, truthful, impatient, always try to help others, take on more than they can handle, want other people to get the point, and obsessed with the time management. People with type A personality are often high-achieving workaholic who is multitask, push themselves with deadlines, and hate both delays and ambivalence. And I already asked two of my friends to this test, and they get both type A personality. If I was their manager, I have no worry about trust issue, and what I have to manage from them was only their emotion because I have same type as them. Question number 8. Explain type A and type B personality. Type A is an individual as ambitious, regionally organized, highly status conscious, can be sensitive, care for other people, are truthful, impatient, always try to help others, take care more than can they handle, want other people to get to the point, and they're obsessed with the time management. People with type A personality are often highly achieving workaholic who is a multitask, push themselves with deadline, and hate both delays and ambivalence. Type B develop as contrast to the those with type A personality. People with type B personality, by definition, generally live at the lower stress level and typically work steadily, enjoy achievement but not become stressed when they are not achieved. With face the competition, they are not mind losing and either enjoy the game or back down. They may be creative and enjoy exploring idea and concept. They are often reflective, thinking about the outer and inner world. Further, some type B personality may have a poor sense of time schedule and can be predominantly right brain thinkers. Question number 7. What do you know about type D personality? The D personality styles tend to be direct, decisive, sometimes described as dominant. They will prefer to lead than follow and tend towards leadership and management position. They tend to have high self-confidence and are a risk taker and problem solver, enabling others to look to them for decision and direction. They tend to be self-starter. 10. Explain the difference between mood and emotion. One of main the difference between moods and emotion can be seen of expression. Mood is something a person may not express, whereas emotion may be expressed. Another difference is that moods may last longer than the emotion. Emotions are aroused in people by some specific object or situation. On other hand, moods are not created in someone because of any specific object of any particular situation. For example, if a person get angry, he express that emotion towards someone. If his person is sad mood, he cannot express it to the others. The concept that emotion is object based have been proved even during Aristotle's time. The object directed destination has been always been created between the difference between moods and emotion. 11. How do you moods and emotion affect employee performance? Emotion are pure human psychology phenomena. An employee is critically affected by their behavior in workplace. An employee emotion and overall temperament have significant impact on his job performance, decision-making skill, team spirit, and leadership and turnover. What people feel and how they express their emotion affect their performance. Emotion directly influence decision-making, creativity, and interpersonal relation. This research study analyzed the effect of emotion on employee job performance and investigate the relation between anger, interest, and trust of individual their workplace with the job performance. Um, a result showed that emotion in workplace were considered important in relation to employees' well-being and job satisfaction only. Anger often leads to aggression toward colleagues, while sadness leads to dissatisfaction with the job. An emotion like anger, interest, stress is not instantaneous, nor is like mood. Rather, emotion is brief episode of synchronized change in mind and body which directly affect the employee's performance. 12. Explain the early theories of motivation. The theories of motivation list are Maslow hierarchy theory, theory X and theory Y, two-factor theory, and McClellan theory of need are this theory of motivation used by supervisor in the present time for encouraging the subordinates toward work. 13. What do you know about equity theory, reinforcement theory as self-efficacy theory, and the last one, goal setting theory. Equity theory, popularly known as Adam equity theories, aim to strike the balance between employees' input and output in our workplace. If the employee able to find his or her right balance, it would lead to a more productive relation with the management. Reinforcement theory of motivation was pushed by B.F. Skinner and his associates. It states that individual behavior is function of consequences. It is a base of law of effect. For example, individual behavior with positive consequences tend to repeat it, but individual behavior with the negative consequences tend not to be repeated. Self-efficacy theory. Self-efficacy is related to the concept of self-control and ability to modulate your behavior to reach your goal. It can sometimes be confused with self-regulation. They are related but still a separate concept. Goal setting theory is refer to the effect of setting goals of subsequent performance. Researchers at Winlow found that individuals who set specific difficult goals perform better than those who set general easy goals. Look proposed 5 basic principles of goal settings: creativity, challenging, commitment, feedback, and task of complexity. Alright, let's move to the part C. Last part deals with the question of advanced HRM video. There are 2 videos. From the first, we can see that the speaker is talking about the emotion and mood definition and the effect of mood and emotion. The difference between emotion and moods identify the source of moods and emotion, and the impact of emotional labor has on employees, identify the emotion regulation and then their effect. apply the concept about emotion and move to specific organizational behavior and implication for the manager. And for the second video is talking about personality tests. From the video, I would say that the personality test is not truly accurate and comprehensive depiction of who you are, because there are two elements called validity and relatability, and there are research found that 15% of people had a different result in their second time test. Actually, a personality test only tell you when you tell it, and the result is based on how honest and self-reflection you are with your question. Alright, this is the end of my video, and I think I already answered all the question of organizational behavior exam. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you can get benefit from my video, and I truly apologize if there any mistake from my words. Thank you and stay healthy everyone. Thank you.